going on, Jerome's beautiful Saturday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. So, Vikings and the Falcons. I don't know which movie this is. Return of the Jedi, Return of the Kurtai. I don't know, man. But they don't do movie posters like this anymore. They should do them more, right? And all right, so full confession. I've never seen a full Star Wars movie, including like the first three. I think I've seen, well, hold on. I've seen the Family Guy versions of the Star Wars movies. That's it. But I respect people who are all in on Star Wars. It's awesome, man. I'm honestly jealous. I wish I was able to get fully ingrained in something like this, but it's a great poster here from the Vikings creative team, as well as Slinging Sam Darnold. Now, I don't like the cliche saying that gingers have no souls. They have souls, because Sam just took mine, just right here. Just like, he's staring through me, man. I don't like it. Something I do like, though, is our annual holiday fundraiser. Every dollar donated to the show, the month of December, will go to Salvation Army Twin Cities, as well as Toys for Tots. And this is something that Margaret's really been into as of late. Last year, we donated toys, and Margaret, you know how difficult it is to get a 9-year-old to not be materialistic in today's society? It's really tough, but we're talking about paying it forward, and she loves doing that. So all super chats, like when we do the halftime post-game shows, Venmos, Cash Apps, as well as direct donation links to Salvation Army Twin Cities and Toys for Tots are in the links. Go hit that up. 'Tis the season, and just pay it forward this time of year. So love doing that. Something I also love too. So Aaron Jones has been great. Don't get me wrong. I would be okay bringing him back at the right price, but the Vikings, I feel like there's a running back renaissance going on right now. And you look at Bijan Robinson, you look at Jahmyr Gibbs, first-round picks from 2 years ago. You look at the free agents in Saquon, as well as Josh Jacobs, whatever, plus Derrick Henry, just getting after things. I feel like there was a huge market overcorrection with running backs, where it's just like, oh, you don't need to pay running backs. You're just bringing in a UDFA, and it's just, no. There's players that are different, and Ashton Jeanty is absolutely different. He should win the Heisman. Travis Hunter is great, but he is a above-average receiver, and he's above-average corner. That does not mean best player in the country. Right? He's dynamic, yes, but in the NFL, he's going to have to pick one side of the ball. Like, you're not going to have him out here playing 90 snaps a game. That would just be ludicrous. But Ashton Jeanty, I want him, man. I need him. So after Boise State put the bang thing on UNLV, they won the conference, moving on to the college football playoff. And now, so I know a lot of people are going to say, what's Jeanty going to do when he's going up against Big Ten and SEC competition? He looked pretty good against Oregon. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, man. Plus, just given his size, his vision, his burst, his patience, his maturity as a runner, it's not just that he's a physical freak, right? So you have those running backs in college all the time. He is just a great running back, and I think that he's going to do some fantastic things in the National Football League. And I know that he's projected potentially first half of the first round. The Vikings are obviously at the back, but I just feel like Kwesi somehow, some way, is going to make this happen. And don't be like, well, we had Alexander Madison and he was from Boise State. Shut up. Shut your face. Not even the same galaxy. But just imagine Jeanty running the rock in the backfield, learning from Aaron Jones for a season or two. They got J.J. McCarthy at the helm, slinging the rock all over the place to Jefferson and Addison and Hockenson. Woo! Come on, baby. Come on. I will also take Caleb Johnson, too. The run back from Iowa. Just go from there. I do think that the Vikings should be in the running back business. Or, I don't know. Do they pay Najee Harris? Don't know. Who knows? Also, something I know is that I know that everyone's kissing the Lions ring right now, but that defense can't hold, and the Lions are hurting for a squirting. They're just cruising for a bruising. Vikings going to give it to them. Right, so it's a near-run thing when they played Week 7. Bring it on. Don't care if it's in Detroit. Don't care if it's on the moon. Vikings going to whip somebody's ass. Can't wait. It's going to be good, man. But, of course, first the Vikings do have to take on the Falcons. Final injury report released. Stephon Gilmore out. That was expected. Could see Dwight Nudie McLaughlin, as well as a little bit more Fabian Moreau on Sunday. Now, Moreau's a vet, and he's a pro's pro. Plus, I think a full week of practice With him getting the majority of the reps, he'll be fine. A couple questionable, Andrew DePaula, as well as Will Rockard. Sound like they're going to activate both of them to the 53 for Sunday, so no must have fuss there. Interestingly, so Patrick Jones second and Andrew Van Ginkel were both limited this week, but should be available on Sunday, but something to monitor. Harrison Phillips was limited on Friday, a bit of a downgrade as he had a back issue, but should be good to go. And also Dalton Reisner, even though he was downgraded to limited on Thursday, he was a full participant on Friday and should be in the lineup at right guard for the Vikes on Sunday. So, this time of year, things are starting to add up, but things should be fine. And also the Vikings are serial over-reporters on the injury report, so they're the opposite of the 49ers. It's like, oh, hey, Fred Warner's got a broken ankle. Full participant. Or something like that, man. Also, speaking of awesome linebackers, smooth segue. Love me some Blake Cashman outside. How about that? Vikes comms. Among the league's best, linebacker Blake Cashman is one of the 3 linebackers in the NFL with at least 60 tackles, 5 passes defended, and 3 sacks. Lavonte David, Frankie Luvu, despite having only played 9 games this season. And if he played against the Lions and the Rams, the Vikings are 12-0. Per PFF, Cashman is the only linebacker in the NFL with a 70-plus coverage grade and more than 10 total pressures, minimum 50 snaps played. Cashman boasts a 72.7 grade and has totaled 14 pressures this season. So you'll find you a linebacker that can do everything. He can run scrape. He can rush the passer. He can drop into coverage. He can be a leader. He can get things lined up with a green dot. I love Cashman, man. It's fantastic. Also fantastic, Jonathan Greenard, the free agent class of 2024. Kwesi can't draft worth poop, but he can sign free agents like no one knows. It's great. Leading the league. So maybe it's good that the Vikings have a ton of cap space and limited draft picks. Jonathan Greenard, 41 tackles, 10 sacks, 14 tackles for loss, is the only defender in the NFL with 40-plus tackles, 10-plus sacks, and 10-plus tackles for loss. He also leads the NFL in pressures with 60 per Pro Football Focus. I love that this is the time of year where we just put out different metrics. At least 41 tackles, at least 10 sacks, not 9, 10, as well as 14 tackles for loss. Not 12, 14. Just make sure that we filter it down to make our guy look the best that we possibly can, which is really good. But Greenard is really good as well, and frankly should get some first-team All-Pro love at that outside linebacker spot. Also, I don't know why I put this in here, but this stood out to me. So we did a video talking about playoff seeding and if it's important for the Vikings. Could the Vikings be road warriors, win 3 in a row for Mike Yeo on the road, and then go to the Super Bowl and then win that in a neutral site? It's very possible, but this one is eye-opening for me, and as an Asian, that means a lot. So, Kevin O'Connell's coaching record, he is 30-17, so it's pretty damn good. Home, he's 13-9, 591, nothing to sneeze at, pretty damn good. That includes the playoff loss against Daniel Jones. Road and neutral, 17-8, so 680 winning percentage on the road/neutral sites. I love that, man. Business trip, Kevin O'Connell getting things done, and that does bode well, even though, yes, the playoffs is different, certainly, in terms of atmosphere as well as caliber of teams, but bring it, man. Also bringing it. So Adrian Peterson, so I've actually played poker with Adrian Peterson before at Canterbury, playing some, it's either 15-30 or 20-40, but Adrian Peterson straight up is the worst poker player in the world. He's very ungood, and he was invited on Hustler Casino Live, HCL, props to our guy Ryan Feldman, and Adrian. So it's a very, very loose, splashy game, 25-50, going after things. And Adrian, there's a funny hand where he had aces, and the spot in the game had queen 4 off, and Adrian Rivers top set. Now, there are some concerns here. Because, given the action, I forget what the action was per se, but I mean, Jack 10 gets there. But overall, you got to be pretty confident. But ace could be an action killer, too. I mean, even if the guy had, 2 pair going to the river, maybe he's shuts things down. I don't know. But I just love the Adrian. By the way, Adrian had a huge dip in the entire time, which makes sense. But I don't know, like, Adrian trying to act all casual, all in, right? But, well, it's amazing. Adrian won. Adrian up 65 hundo, one of the 5 winners in the game. Mariano did some work. Our boy Rampage did all right too. And Adrian did some good things. And plus he had a 59 VPIP and a 5% PFR. So he was being very, see, that's something too. Like Adrian had a 59 VPIP voluntary put into pot. So but he was like bottom 3 in terms of action. And that's the point of these stream games, that you got to be action, can't be a nit, got to be out there. And Adrian certainly supplied that, man. So good for him. Now he's probably staked, but also probably needs the cash. So hopefully that 6,500 goes away. Also, Adam, Jerome, Ezekiel, Thielen, who's really stepping up and really getting me through some bye weeks in terms of fantasy football. But he put this out on social media. Asher and his buddies drew up some plays today at school. So Asher's a kid, and so this is a dream lineup, man. So first off, there's only 10 players out there, which I don't know. Maybe the team's that good they can just go 10 out of 11. It's great. So, or maybe this is a flag football thing, but you got the offensive line in there though. So you got Diggs at the X. He's running the corner. You got Jefferson at the Z, running the shake. This is I love this. This is like a backyard play all the way with a all-time quarterback. You got Mahomes under center. You got McCaffrey in the backfield, healthy McCaffrey, ideally. You got Thielen in the slot. Although if him and Diggs are both on the line, Thielen is ineligible. Don't know, but I kind of love this, man. So this is the razzle dazzle. So McCaffrey fakes across, Thielen fakes the reverse, and then you got Diggs in the corner. You got Jefferson eventually in the other corner after running the dig. It's great. It's great, man. I love this too. And plus, Thielen's kid being around Diggs, being around Jefferson, it's awesome. But I could just see Cordero Patterson reading this like, you have 10 men on the field, just put me in the backfield, man. It's great. I love it. Ending on kind of a serious note. So we talked yesterday about Randy Moss having his health issues, and it was announced on ESPN that he is stepping away to deal with his health for the moment in time. But Randy seems pretty upbeat about things, and he's gonna whatever he's dealing with, he's gonna whip its ass, right? And he's gonna be back and better than ever. Randy Moss is my favorite Viking of all time, and also, when he was playing, like, there was always concerns about his maturity and his attitude. His play on the field was top notch. He's the best receiver in NFL history, in my opinion. Completely changed the game. But I loved how he settled in, became a family man, became great on TV, and his second act is really impressive. And I'm really happy that Randy Moss, really just grew into life, and 100% Randy Moss is going to beat this, whatever it is. He's going to completely own this. He's going to be back on TV. He's going to be better than ever before you know it. So send out prayers and well wishes and good energy and vibes out to 8-4, and hope you do the same. But that is it. That's Saturday. News dump. You guys are the best. You absolutely know what to do. Skull. Production value.